Kidnappers abducted the rich man's wife, attempting to demand ransom. But the wealthy man thought his wife was only pretending to get his attention. Not only did he hang up on his wife's call for help, he even went to attend his sister's birthday party. It wasn't until the kidnappers knocked his wife unconscious to the ground that the wife finally realized her husband was not worthy of her love at all. Just when the wife thought she was going to die, the kidnappers suddenly left the place. 2 children unintentionally rescued her. Later, the wife returned home alone. It wasn't until late at night that the husband finally knocked on her bedroom door. The husband grabbed his wife in a tight embrace, then hypocritically apologized to her, saying he had bought her a $20 million mansion. The wife angrily broke free from his arms. What she needed was never money. At that moment, she only wanted her husband to get out. But unexpectedly, the husband forced his way into the room. The wife furiously threw a pillow at him. She suddenly brought up something that seemed unrelated. It turned out that besides a biological younger brother, the husband also had an adopted younger sister. That day, the husband had gone to attend his sister's birthday party instead of rescuing his wife. The wife happened to have a friend who also attended the party, and her friend told her that her husband announced at the party that his sister was pregnant. But the sister was clearly single at the moment. The wife was deeply suspicious. Was the child in his sister's womb actually her husband's? The husband instantly got furious. How could he and his sister possibly be having an affair? In truth, it wasn't unreasonable for the wife to be suspicious. The husband's care for his sister was indeed overly ambiguous, especially back in their student days. One day, it suddenly started raining heavily. The husband promised that after sending his sister home, he would come to pick up his wife after school. So the wife waited for 5 hours, but the husband never showed up. Later, they got married. Every time the wife and husband planned to go on vacation together, she always ended up arriving at the guest house alone, because every time, the sister came up with excuses to take the husband away. The wife was once dazzled by the CEO's handsome appearance, but now she was completely awake. She decisively asked her husband for a divorce. The husband was utterly shocked. He couldn't believe what his wife said. Then he pretended not to hear and ran away. The next day, the wife asked a friend to accompany her to the hospital for a checkup. Unexpectedly, she found out she was pregnant, but by then, she had already lost all hope in her husband. She decided to have an abortion, but no one expected that they would run into her husband bringing his sister for a prenatal checkup. The husband asked what illness his wife had. The wife scornfully replied that it was none of his business. The husband was completely enraged. He directly dragged his wife out of the hospital and forced a kiss on her in his luxury car. Little did he know, this only made his wife hate him more. At that moment, they had no idea that in a hidden corner, unnoticed by others, the sister was watching the couple from not far away and suddenly revealed a sinister smile. That afternoon, the husband forcibly dragged his wife to attend a family gathering. The wife had no way to refuse. She had been demanding a divorce from her husband all this time, but he always avoided the issue and even warned her not to think of divorcing him through legal means. Because the husband was a billionaire worth hundreds of billions, lawyers dared not offend him. The wife thought her husband was extremely childish, but since he refused to divorce, she decided to cause him some trouble. And this family gathering was the perfect occasion. Many people came to the family gathering, including the husband's mother and sister, as well as the husband's younger brother and his wife, Mary. Mary made a bowl of soup to nourish the sister. Unexpectedly, the mother despised Mary's soup. She nitpicked all the ingredients inside. The wife bluntly began verbally attacking everyone. She said that since the sister was pregnant, she should go find the real father to take responsibility, instead of letting Mary serve her like a servant. Everyone's faces immediately turned ugly, but the wife had no intention of stopping there. She continued mocking how hypocritical the family was. Their family was clearly so rich, yet the husband's brother still treated Mary like a maid, and the mother was just like the classic evil mother-in-law from TV dramas, shameless and mean. The husband quickly covered his wife's mouth, fearing that if she continued, everyone might rush forward to hit her. Unexpectedly, the wife suddenly felt a wave of nausea. She hurried to the bathroom to vomit. The wife realized she had to get an abortion as soon as possible. When she returned to the dining table again, the table had regained a calm atmosphere. At that moment, the younger brother brought out an investment contract, hoping the husband would donate $500 million to him. The wife continued to stir up trouble for her husband. She said she and her husband had a business marriage, so if they wanted investment, Besides asking her husband for help, they also needed her consent. But she despised the younger brother most for bullying Mary. So she declared that if he wanted investment, he must kneel and kowtow to Mary to apologize. Before the younger brother could react, the mother first lost her temper at the wife, cursing her as a useless woman who couldn't get pregnant. The wife sneered in disdain. She directly cursed that her husband would never have descendants. The mother was enraged. She even threatened to find a mistress for her son to bear him children. The husband's patience finally reached its limit. He violently overturned the table, telling his mother to stop meddling. Then he arrogantly pulled his wife away. The wife decided she must get a divorce as soon as possible. This family had completely gone insane.